Hi, I'm Gary Kim with Spectrum Futures, and I'm here with Josh Gordon, who's the CEO and President of Red Pocket Mobile. Joshua, for people who don't know what your company does, give us a little spiel.
Sure, Red Pocket Mobile is an MVNO, or Mobile Virtual Network Operator, and we have the distinction of working with all the major network operators, all four of the largest carriers here in the United States. We're sold nationwide, from Maine to Hawaii. We've been sold right here in the great state of Hawaii in certain ABC stores. We also have a partnership with eBay, CVS, a number of large retailers.
Now, most of the people who are at PTC are familiar with over-the-top applications, either frightened by or intrigued by those kinds of things. You, on the other hand, see some new ways for MVNOs in particular and OTTs to sort of become not one thing, but closely related things. What's your view on that?
Right, look, there's absolutely synergies there. Virtualizing the service layer is something that MVNOs are doing by virtualizing that. They're riding on top of networks, as well as OTT providers doing the exact same thing. So there's a very strong synergy there between the two things about delivering a unique and compelling user experience that's a better fit than perhaps what the incumbent telco, the incumbent operator can offer.
Now, on the other hand, if you are a facilities-based mobile operator, some of the same logic should apply, it would seem to me.
For sure, for sure. It's all about meeting your customers' needs and developing a service that makes the most sense for them. So whether that's by a special OTT kind of a play or by just a standard plain vanilla carrier offering, you really want to make sure that you're offering something that is compelling to the user so you don't lose that user. Right? If you're a facilities-based operator, the danger is becoming a big dumb pipe only. And so you want to offer something that offers a value add to that customer.
Where in the market is the gap between a lot of very, very creative, but probably small company OTT players, mobile carriers who really want to improve that experience for their customer base? How do we get these two kinds of animals together?
Well, that's the challenge, isn't it? It's a wide, disparate field with some very large players on one hand, some very small players on another, and all sorts of folks in the middle. There's the beginnings of a community here, right? They're competitors, they're co-opetition players. There's a beginning of some sort of dynamic where the challenge is to get these folks together because there's lots of room for these folks to work together, whether these are application providers providing services to incumbent carriers or MVNOs to better tailor their service offering. We're just at the early days, I believe, and there's a real opportunity for us to figure out how that's going to look in the coming years.
Might I also mention that you're going to be working with PTC to help to create that kind of community for PTC?
That's right, that's right. I think there's a really exciting challenge here because there's so many operators, so many folks doing very similar things in this space. So there's a real role, I believe, for PTC to play in bringing this community together and helping to catalyze a real community of service providers, whether they're incumbent carriers, whether they're facilities-based, whether they're virtual.
In particular, since our audience is heavily Asia and North America, is that a logical fit, do you think?
It's perfectly logical. We're seeing a number of large OTT players now from Asia coming to the United States, whether it's Line or WeChat or Weibo, developing a real community of users here. At the same time, we're seeing folks from North America, of course, dominating in many parts of the Asia Pacific. So there's a real opportunity here to help catalyze that community that's already beginning to take shape.
Question for you about Latin America, which sometimes gets overlooked. Do you see the similar sort of dynamic there in terms of Asia, Latin America, North America, Latin America, or Latin America going west to Asia? Is that?
Well, for sure. I mean, look, if you follow the flows of telecommunications traffic, right, that's sort of a natural way for this service layer to flow, whether people are talking from North America to Asia or the Asia Pacific to Latin America. It all makes sense for where these service providers should go and should seek new opportunities.
Great, Joshua, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, it's been a real pleasure.
And thanks for watching PTC TV.